Sometimes we travel to see the world, but sometimes we travel to feel again. These journeys weren't about ticking off landmarks, they were about healing, about learning to breathe, forgive, and start again. Join me as I take you through my most personal travel stories, moments of peace, pain, and transformation. This is the Mental Health Traveller Diaries. And 1. Losing myself in Bali and finding peace. Again, Bali was my breaking point and my beginning. I arrived burnt out, chasing answers in sunsets and smoothies. But something shifted between the sound of waves and early morning yoga. I stopped trying to fix everything and started to simply exist. The temple bells, the kindness of strangers, the stillness in rice fields, they taught me to be soft again. Bali didn't heal me overnight. It just gave me permission to pause. And that's where peace began. 2. Crying under a Tuscan sunset, when travel feels too real. They never tell you that beauty can make you cry. I sat beneath a Tuscan sunset, tears falling faster than the fading light. It wasn't sadness, it was release. For the first time in months, I let myself feel. Travel as a way of holding up a mirror, showing you what you've been hiding from. Tuscany's rolling hills became my therapy room, each golden moment reminding me that vulnerability is strength. Healing doesn't always look happy. Sometimes it looks like tears under an orange sky. 3. A walk through Kyoto's temples, silence that spoke to my soul. In Kyoto, the silence is sacred. The crunch of gravel, the whisper of bamboo, every sound felt intentional. I came here searching for calm and found something deeper. Clarity. The temples didn't speak in words, but in stillness. Sitting under cherry blossoms, I realised that healing isn't about adding, it's about letting go. Kyoto reminded me that peace isn't found when life is perfect, but when the noise quiets and you finally hear yourself again. 4. Relearning happiness in Santorini. One sunset at a time. Santorini taught me that happiness can return, quietly, patiently. Each evening I'd sit on whitewashed steps watching the sun melt into the sea. And somewhere between light and shadow, I felt joy creep back in. Not the loud kind, but soft, steady, earned. The laughter of locals, the warmth of the breeze, the rhythm of waves, they stitched little pieces of me back together. Healing isn't a grand moment. It's the small, beautiful ones you finally notice again. 5. What Iceland's vastness taught me about letting go. Standing beneath Iceland's endless sky, I felt small, beautifully small. The waterfalls roared louder than my worries, and the cold air stripped everything unnecessary away. Out there, surrounded by nature's power, I learnt that control is an illusion. The earth moves, the ice melts, and we adapt. Letting go isn't weakness, it's trust. Iceland didn't just show me beauty, it showed me balance. Sometimes we don't need to hold everything together, we just need to let it be. 6. Lost in Lisbon, but found in connection. Lisbon is a city that hugs you without asking questions. I wandered its steep streets alone, only to find that I was never truly lonely. A conversation with a stranger, laughter in a cafe, music echoing from a square. Every encounter reminded me of connection. Healing, I realised, isn't something we do alone. It's shared through stories, smiles, and kindness. Lisbon showed me that sometimes you have to get lost to be found, and that people are often the best part of any map. 7. Thailand's rainforest retreat, the art of doing nothing. Deep in Thailand's lush jungle, I finally stopped running. No emails, no noise, just rain, cicadas, and breath. The art of doing nothing felt unnatural at first, but slowly it became the medicine I didn't know I needed. Each day I felt lighter. I wasn't healing by trying, I was healing by resting. We live in a world that worships productivity, but Thailand taught me the beauty of stillness. Sometimes doing nothing is the most powerful thing you can do. 8. Alone in Morocco, the fear and freedom of solo travel. Marrakesh was chaos and colour, and for the first time, I faced it all alone. Fear followed me at first, whispering doubts, but by day 3, fear had turned to freedom. I danced through souks, drank mint tea with strangers, and realised solitude isn't emptiness, it's empowerment. Morocco taught me that bravery isn't loud or fearless, it's choosing to go anyway. Sometimes healing means walking into the unknown, just to prove to yourself that you can. 9. Breathing again in Costa Rica, healing through nature. Costa Rica's wildness reminded me what aliveness feels like. I hiked through rainforests, swam under waterfalls, and laughed with the rain. Nature became my therapist, grounding, raw, and honest. Every breath of humid air felt like a reset. There's a kind of magic in realising the world is bigger than your problems. Among trees and waves, I found something I'd forgotten: gratitude. Healing doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's just the sound of your own breath returning. 10. Returning home. Different. How travel changed. My mind, not just my map. Coming home felt strange. Everything was familiar, yet I wasn't. Travel had changed the way I saw everything. The world, people, myself. I no longer craved perfection. I craved peace. Every destination taught me something, that healing isn't a place, it's a practice. The Mental Health Traveller Diaries wasn't about escape. It was about coming home to myself. Every journey leaves a mark, not on the passport, but on the soul. If this video touched something in you, remember, healing doesn't happen in a straight line. And that's okay. Which of these places would you travel to for your own reset? Share in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Jasmin's travel channel for more mindful journeys, soulful destinations and stories that remind you you're not alone on this path.